Subtraction with and without borrowing. Let's look at some subtraction facts. Subtraction involves finding the difference between two numbers by taking one from the other. Using the horizontal method, the larger number, which is the number doing the subtracting, is always written first, and the smaller, which is the number being subtracted, is written last. And using the vertical method, the larger number, which is the number again doing the subtracting, is always written above, and the smaller number, which is the number being subtracted, is written directly below the larger number. A subtraction sentence is a number sentence that shows a larger number taking away a smaller number and their difference. And this is an example of the horizontal method of writing your subtraction. So here we have 95, take away 45 equals 50. The larger number is called the minuend. The smaller number is called the subtrahend. And the answer is called the difference. Now let's begin subtracting some numbers. We're going to start off with subtraction without borrowing. So our first problem, what is the difference between the numbers 7,685 and 4,053? Here we have our numbers arranged vertically. So we're using the vertical method, and here we have our numbers in their respective place value columns. We always begin subtracting from the right, starting with the digits in the ones place. So let's begin. 5 take away 3 gives us a difference 2. So we can subtract since our number at the top is larger than the number below. If we move to the tens, we see we have a large number on top and a smaller number below. So 8 take away 5 gives us a difference of 3. Move on to the hundreds. Larger number on top, smaller number below. 6 take away 0 gives us a difference of 6. Now any number taking away 0, the difference will be the number itself. We saw that in the example where 6 take away 0 gave us the difference again of that same number 6. Thousands, 7 take away 4 gives us a difference of 3. So the difference between the numbers 7,685 and 4,053 is 3,632. So this was subtraction without borrowing. Let's move on to subtraction with borrowing. Our problem for this one, what is the difference between the numbers 8,080 and 4,568? Again, our numbers arranged in the vertical method, each digit in the numbers in their respective place value columns. Again, we always begin subtracting from the right, starting with the digits in the ones place. So let's begin. 0 take away 8. 0. literally saying that we have nothing and we need to take 8 from it. We know that we cannot. So this is where we're going to start our borrowing. So we go to our tens neighbor on the left and we are going to borrow 1 tens from our neighbor. So we are borrowing 1 tens. Since we're borrowing, we know we're going to have to be taking from it. So it's going to leave 7 tens after we take that 1. So it will no longer be 8 tens but 7 tens since we are borrowing 1 from the tens. That 1 tens would be added to our 0 ones. So we now have 10 ones to take away 8 ones, which will give us a difference of 2. Now we go to our tens that we had borrowed from. Remember, there's a remainder of 7 now since we had borrowed 1. So we now have to work with 7 tens, take away 6 tens, which would give us a difference of 1. We move on to our hundreds. So here we have 0, take away 5, saying that we have to take 5 from nothing. We cannot. So we have to go on again to do some borrowing. So we go to our neighbor, the left, thousands. So we borrow again from our thousands. So we're going to borrow from the 8s. We're taking 1,000 from the 8. So once we borrow that 1,000, we know it's going to be a remainder of 7. And that 1,000 added to our hundreds, now we have 10 hundreds. So we can now work with 10 hundreds, take away 5 hundreds, which will give us a difference of 5. Now thousands, our remainder of 7, take away 4 will give us a difference of 3. So we have completed our problem. So the difference between the numbers 8,080 and 4,568 is 3,512. Now let's recap the subtraction facts. Subtraction involves finding the difference between two numbers by taking one from the other. Using the horizontal method, the larger number, which is the number doing the subtracting, is written first, and the smaller, which is the number being subtracted, is written last. Using the vertical method, the larger number, which is the number doing the subtracting again, is always written above, and the smaller number, which is the number being subtracted, is written directly below the larger number. A subtraction sentence is a number sentence that shows a larger number taken away from a smaller number and their difference. Also remembering that the larger number is called the minuend and the smaller number is called the subtrahend, and the answer is called the difference.